Good morning, Quadcopter 101 here. Welcome back to Love-A-Dove Field. I know, that's the name of it, Love-A-Dove Field. What I got for you today is a review of the Xinxun X50 Sky Alien. It's another micro. It's a pretty cool looking micro. I got it in gold here. It looks like a little DJI Phantom with prop guards on it. But what's unusual about this quadcopter is its advertised range is 100 meters. And it does use AA batteries, vice AAAs that you normally see in these little microcontrollers. So maybe it is 100 meters. We'll find out. That's the length of this soccer field. Let's see if this quadcopter can fly the length of the soccer field. One other thing about this quadcopter, it's got written on the box, it's advertised on the box that it's specifically not for beginners. I find that kind of shocking. Okay, that's the first toy quadcopter I've seen that says not for beginners. We'll find out if that's true. I got a feeling that that may have something to do with the range. If it actually is 100 meters, you know, these orientation on these quadcopters is really hard to maintain at 100 meters, and you have to fly by movement alone. And in that case, yeah, that would not be for beginners to try to fly this out to 100 meters. So let's go for a flight of the Xinxun X50. Let's give it a try. I am binding this little micro. Or actually inserting the batteries first, putting it on a steady surface for a second, let the gyros initialize, turning on the transmitter. Quick thing about the transmitter, pressing down on this changes from low to high, and from this activates your flip feature. So let's try 2 is medium, 3 is expert, and that's what we're going to start out with. We're going to fly at expert. This is my first flight with this quadcopter. Let's see how it does. I am going to toss it. And right away, oh, it's nice and steady. Let's go back to beginner. Let's see if that's true, what they're saying about this not being for beginners. I find that hard to believe. A beginner can fly this easily. It's nice and steady. But flying it right now, I can tell you right now, this is an outdoor quadcopter. An outdoor micro, and I don't know what that little beeping is. I heard that before when I was flying in the house, but this is beginner mode. Let's go to intermediate. Let's bring it in closer too so you can see this little quadcopter in flight. Okay, this is the yaw rate, intermediate. Full yaw. I got a little breeze coming from my back. Let's go to expert. Yaw rate at expert. It doesn't seem to change. Back to beginner, intermediate, expert. Yaw rates don't change, but pitch does. I can tell you that right now. What am I in right now? This is expert pitch. Let's try that 100 meter range. Wait a minute, before I do that. Going back to beginner, let's put it down for a second. I want to try something before we send this out to 100 meters. We're going to turn off the transmitter and see what happens if we lose contact with this quadcopter. Transmitter off, 1001, 1002, okay. It shuts off and falls to the ground. That's what I want to see, just in case. We got to check that. I don't want to lose this quadcopter the first day I fly it. Okay, binding it. Let's go, and we'll go fly it at intermediate, no, expert. Just to see what kind of, whoa, that thing's fast. Okay, does it go down on 100 meters? Oh, there's that range right there. That's only about 60 meters, folks. They're lying. So it's not really 100 meters. That's what I thought. So it's not 100 meters like they say here. That's baloney. Let's try the flip feature. Flip left. Flip right. Bring it in close so you can see those flips. I don't know what that beeping is. Maybe it doesn't like my batteries. It thinks they're low. Maybe my batteries are low. Maybe that's why I only got 80 meters. But it thinks my batteries are low. Okay, can I... Multiple flips. It'll do multiple flips if you push the pitch roll stick in one direction and then press that button and hold that pitch roll stick. It'll do multiple flips. Let's try that again. Okay, I don't recommend doing multiple flips. I'm going back to beginners. It actually seems a little more controllable in beginner. So maybe this is true. You know, they want you to be an intermediate flyer of this thing. Going to intermediate. And keeping it within about 50-60 meters. Yeah, that beeping, I think, is because my batteries that I'm using. What kind of batteries am I using? Hold on a second. Are they rechargeables, or are they a couple that I grabbed out of a battery bin? They're rechargeables, and I think they need to be recharged. Or maybe it doesn't like 1.2 volt batteries. Because rechargeables are 1.2 volt. I always use rechargeable batteries. And that's what it may be thinking, that 1.2 volt is on the batteries is not fully charged or high power battery. But let's try the funnels on this. I'm going to sneeze, folks. There was people out here cutting grass. Achoo! Sorry, folks. Excuse me. Gesundheit. Okay, that's the funnels this thing does. Maybe my batteries are getting low. I'm going to have to do this review over again, folks, because I think the batteries on my transmitter are low. Let's try it. Do I still got power? So what I'm going to do is keep it close, since these batteries are dying on the transmitter. But here's what the quad looks like. Pretty cool quad. Cool looker. It's a nice looker. The Xinxun. Again, here's the transmitter. And that's the funnels. Beginner, intermediate, expert. You know, we're not talking about real fancy funnels. But it's a nice little micro. I like micros. You can take them anywhere. You can fly them just about anywhere. Anything. Now these buttons on the top, these trigger buttons are fake. They don't do anything. They implemented them in the sticks themselves again for like flipping and such. Let's do another flip. Little gold micro. Cheap. I think it's like 19 bucks. They're all about $19 these days. Okay, these batteries are getting a little weak. Wonder when it's going to fail. When will the battery... Oh, it's really getting sluggish. So, and the light's flashing. Well, look at that. You can see that light real easy on that thing, that letting you know that the battery's low. See it? So, let's end that flight. Yeah, you get sluggish and that light starts to flash. Again, I need to change the battery in this. I'm sorry, maybe this does have 100 meters. We'll try that in a follow-on flight. I'll put a fresh battery in there, in this transmitter. I just grabbed 2 from my battery bin. I didn't check them yet. Okay, well, that's the Xinxun X50. Hope you enjoyed this flight. This is Quadcopter 101. Let's get another picture for the thumbnail. Quadcopter 101, signing out.